Have you ever pressed the window switch in your car, heard a click, but nothing else happened? Or maybe not even a click. The glass just sits there, motionless, refusing to budge. If so, you're definitely not alone. Power windows are a modern convenience we often take for granted, until the day they decide to stop working. But here's something many drivers don't realize. More often than not, a stuck window is a minor issue you can solve yourself in less time than it takes to finish your morning coffee. And you won't need expensive tools, tricky wiring diagrams, or a visit to the mechanic. In the next few minutes, you'll learn exactly how to diagnose and fix a stuck car window on the spot, using only what you have in the car right now. We'll cover the top reasons windows get stuck, smart troubleshooting steps, some easy hands-on tricks, and just as important, when it's wiser to call in the pros. By the end, you'll know how to get your window moving again in about 5 minutes, or less. So, why do power windows get stuck in the first place? Start with the basics. These windows rely on a few key components. There's an electrical switch, the button you press to make things happen. Next is the motor, hidden inside the door, which drives a mechanical assembly called the regulator to raise or lower the glass. The motor only works if it gets power, which flows through connections and fuses. The glass itself slides up and down inside narrow rubber tracks in the door, sometimes exposed to dirt or moisture that can gum things up over time. And in places with harsh winter weather, ice or frost can literally freeze the glass in place. So, troubleshooting a stuck window means methodically narrowing things down. Is it an electrical switch, a bad connection, a dry window track, a frozen glass, or the motor itself? Don't worry, each cause comes with its own quick fix strategy. Let's start troubleshooting right at your fingertips. The first step is all about the window switch, the command center for your window. Go ahead and press the window switch, keeping your ear close to the door. Do you hear any sound? A faint whirring, a click, or maybe a grind? If so, the motor is likely getting power, but something mechanical is preventing the glass from moving, like a jammed regulator or sticky tracks. If it's completely silent, no noise at all, it's more likely to be an electrical problem. A bad switch, dead motor, broken wire, or maybe a simple blown fuse. To check if the issue is only affecting one window or multiple, try the switches for your other windows. If they work, the problem is with the specific switch, motor, or wiring for the stuck window. If none of the windows respond, the issue is probably a blown fuse, a common cause that's easy to fix. By quickly checking sounds and testing each window, you'll gain valuable clues about where the problem lies. Now you know which window's stuck and whether the issue is mechanical or electrical. If you suspect a small jam, meaning you heard some motor noise, the next trick is the two-hand window reset method. Here's how to do it. With the car turned on, firmly press and hold the window switch in the desired direction, either up or down, depending on where the glass is stuck. At the exact same time, position your hands on both sides of the window glass, inside and out, and apply gentle, even pressure, helping the window move in the direction you want it to go. If the glass is slightly caught or sticking in the track, this physical assist can often nudge it free and get things rolling again. Be gentle, never force it, because applying too much pressure could crack the glass or damage the regulator inside the door. But 9 times out of 10, this simple trick breaks a mild jam caused by grit or rubber swell in the tracks. Sometimes your window's motor just needs a little nudge to get moving. That's where the tap and shake method comes in handy. While holding the window switch down or up, depending on direction, use your open palm to gently tap around the inside door panel, close to where the window motor is located. The goal here is not brute force. It's a quick, rhythmic tapping that can help dislodge a sticking motor, a sluggish relay, or a loose wiring connection inside the door. If you know exactly where the window motor sits behind the panel, focus your tapping there. You might be surprised how often this wakes up a slow or stubborn motor, especially in older cars or those that sit unused for a while. Sometimes a single jolt is all it needs to complete the circuit. Just remember, keep your taps light and don't use anything hard or sharp that could crack the plastic trim. If your window still won't budge, it's time to check the source of the electron flow, the fuse box. Every car has a set of fuses protecting the electrical circuits, and windows are no exception. Open the fuse panel. Most are found under the dashboard, near the driver's knee, or under the hood in a designated fuse compartment. Use the diagram on the cover or in your car's manual to find the specific fuse labeled PWR-WDW, window, or something similar. Using a fuse puller or tweezers, gently remove the fuse and inspect it. If the metal strip inside looks melted or broken, replace it with a new fuse of identical amperage. Never substitute with a different rating. Always turn off the car's ignition before touching any fuses, just to be safe. After replacing the fuse, turn on the car and try the window switch again. If the fuse blows again right away, there's a deeper electrical fault that will need attention from a professional. Still stuck? The culprit might be dirty or dry window tracks, the channel inside the door that guides the glass up and down. If you can get the window to budge even a little, roll it down about halfway. Then, grab a can of plastic-safe lubricant like silicone spray, designed for use on rubber or plastic components. Spray a light, even coat directly into the window tracks on both sides, from top to bottom. Never use WD-40 or heavy oil-based sprays for this job. They can attract dust and grime or damage rubber seals. With the tracks lubricated, operate the window switch up and down several times to help distribute the lubricant. This routine maintenance not only frees stuck windows, but also helps prevent future jams by keeping the channels clean and slick. There are times, of course, when a quick DIY fix just isn't enough. Seek professional repair if you notice that the window motor stays completely silent, even after trying different switches and fuses. Also, if the glass looks crooked, misaligned, or has fallen down inside the door, there's a good chance the window regulator, the assembly guiding the glass up and down, is broken or off its track. Another red flag. If the switch gets hot to the touch or you smell burning plastic, stop immediately and consult a pro. Wiring issues can be a fire hazard. In these situations, internal components like the motor, regulator, or main switch may need replacement, and improper DIY attempts could make things worse or cause injury. Of course, prevention is worth a pound of cure. Keep your window tracks and seals clean by wiping them down regularly with a damp microfiber cloth. Preventing dust and grit buildup goes a long way towards smooth operation. Never slam your car doors while the windows are halfway open. This can knock the glass off the track or strain the regulator. Make it a habit to operate all your windows once a week, even if you don't need to, which keeps the motor and tracks from sitting idle and sticking. And above all, protect your window switches from water by avoiding spills, being mindful during rainy weather, and making sure seals around the glass are intact during washes. Let's recap the process. Power window got stuck? Don't panic. Start by listening for sounds. It'll tell you whether the issue's electrical or a simple jam. Try the two-hand reset. Holding the switch, carefully help the window move with gentle pressure. Still nothing? Hold the switch and tap around the door panel to jostle the motor or wiring. Check your fuse box and replace a blown fuse if necessary. Lubricate the window tracks with silicone spray if you get the glass moving again. And always know when to stop and call in a professional, especially if things start heating up or looking crooked inside the door. If you fixed your window using one of these tricks, congratulations! You just saved yourself a trip to the shop, as well as probably a surprising amount of money. Share your experiences. Did you use the two-hand method, a gentle tap, or just swap a fuse? Have you ever run into a truly odd window problem? Let others know what worked, and check the comments for more creative solutions from fellow drivers. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more quick, real-world car hacks, because little surprises on the road shouldn't mean big repairs or headaches. And remember, if your window ever gets stuck, don't panic, fix it fast, and keep rolling. Safe travels, and may your windows always go up and down exactly when you need them to.